Buddy bought coke and just bought soap. Got his gun and you got shot. Some young pup at the bass rock spot. Standing out there all alone. One bass hit, his mind was gone. He had to shoot till someone got one bass hit with a fake bass rock. Girl, that's your girl. Smoking that glass pipe. It's the COCAINE. The rich man's eyes what it used to be. But things look different in 85. Cocaine, cocaine, the whole world's high. Wherever I go, in any town, you know cocaine is all around. Right now, today, in 85. You better stop smoking while you're still alive.
Hey, what's going on, college kid? Hey, Rose. Shit, just rolling a blunt right now. Sipping on some coffee. Trying to get motivated for this wicked night that's coming. Gotta recycle through this bullshit. Hope everybody's doing good though, considering our our slight hang up, if you will. Not quite slight though. More than slight, actually. More than slight. Tomorrow I'm gonna take you guys in front of me. Tomorrow I'm gonna take you guys with me to go in front of the jailhouse and protest to let that the VTA guy out. Oh man. These sons of bitches. Hey, what's going on, Angel? Hope everybody's doing good in these dark hours. Oh yeah. Happy belated birthday, Angel. Happy belated birthday. Can you guys hear me? Have you been seeing falling stars lately? I have. I feel like they're entities without body using sparks. Hey, I do see falling stars. Hey, you know what? Whenever I see falling stars, I start thinking of the Transformers movie. How they say fallen stars are fallen angels, and just how you know, the fallen stars in the Transformers movie, how they you know, they were like you said, like sparks, and they took the form of the cars and shit. Like they, whatever car they got to, they took the form. I wonder if that's like how fallen stars, like if they're fucking like entities, and when they come down here, they take over fucking people, like instead of cars. Like I wonder if they were telling us something through the movie, like especially since we know people do get possessed and shit. Hey, Wiggle World. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. There's a lot of shit about this world that's so fucking, like they literally, they snatched all of our fucking consciousness away and put their fucking bullshit in. We would probably be talking to different entities and all types of shit right now. We'd probably be doing all types. We probably know so much about fucking all types of shit. It would come natural to us and shit, but they fucking taking that knowledge away and vaccinated us or jabbed us the hell up. So now that shit will just never fucking come to us. Unless like sometimes they jolted out of it some type of way. Let's see. Yeah, that's yeah. I've never seen oh yeah, you gotta check that out. Check out the first Transformers. They got movie apps, like you can download movie apps where you can watch free movies and shit from the Play Store. And I'm pretty sure all of them have the first Transformers. If you'll trip, like you'll see like the Transformers, they come down in the form of fallen stars and shit, and they take up the you know, they take up the form of the vehicle that they you know, the vehicle that they see, the first vehicle that they see, they take the form of that. It's deep, man. All these Marvel movies and shit, like Transformers and G.I. Joe and Venom, like all these Marvel movies be literally giving up straight game. Like anything that's about to come, like nanotechnology, G.I. Joe, that's all in the G.I. Joe movie. That black goo they're talking about, CERN is bringing out, and it's making people evil and shit. Like that shit is what Venom is all about. And you know, the X-Men and all that shit, like they be dropping hints. Pretty much anything that they put as like fantasy movie or science fiction and shit, all that shit is just shit that's real shit. Like they're hiding AI or what is that? Hold on. That's legitimate. I am robot or iRobot or some shit like that. They literally got a robot now that, like, literally that shit it has facial expressions. That fucker got, I mean, that shit's just like, it's unreal. Like the only way you can tell it's a robot is because it's still like metal. It don't have no flesh. or nothing like that, but like the movements is smooth as shit. It's not all ticky and shit like robots. Like it's smooth as hell. Facial expressions. It sucks in air like it's surprised and shit, like that type of shit. It's crazy how they introduced this shit. Yeah, definitely. It's, you know, it's not the. It's a good movie as well, and you know, yeah, it drops a lot of hints. I know these aren't natural because they make sure eyes outside whenever is when. Yeah, yeah, shit like that do be frustrating and shit. But I mean, you know, maybe it's only for you to maybe it's only for you to see and put it out there, and you know, it's on whoever else to fucking, you know, wake the fuck up. Sometimes God might not want anybody else to see. Like, he might want you to test their faith and shit. Like, use you to test their faith. I just hope Jesus comes back to take us out of here. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I don't think these people got much longer, man. I don't think they got much longer, man, because, you know, just with out here, 3 incidents and shit. And I'm gonna go out my way to correlate shit and point it out to the people. And you know, this shit popping up all over the fucking, you know, map, and that they're getting on TV and saying the same fucking bullshit. Oh, this person was a monster and shit. Like, they won't tell you that that person is the monster that they created, but they'll tell you the person is a monster. And the fact still stands. You cannot harass a person with around-the-clock psychological warfare. When they try and make a police report, you detour them with a fucking psychological evaluation. You know, the science is that 9 times out of 10, when that person feels like there's no one to turn to and there's nowhere else to go, you know, most people, you know, aren't gonna want to live through this for a long time, especially when you start thinking about the years to come. Think about all the bullshit they've done to you, and then you think about the years to come. And then the graduation list, whether they put you from gang stalking to the fucking MK Ultra or the fucking Voice to Skull. You start thinking about that shit. You know, it's only, you know, when you're burnt out and you're tired of this shit, it's only 2 things left to do. You know, you're either gonna kill yourself, you're gonna kill them, or you're gonna do both. And most likely you'll do both, because you will want revenge. And you're not gonna want to do time in jail knowing that you're a target. That's gonna be the worst fucking time ever, so you know. And they know the science to it. The police, that's the thing I'm stressing. Like, that when I get, like, that's when I get out here and I tell these people that shit, like, that's the thing I stress. Like, you know, your putting a person, you're making a person act out of their character and shit. Like, and I've been watching a lot of those fucking, I've been watching a lot of psychological, trauma-based videos on YouTube, like, triggers, how triggers work, and, I've been, research, I guess you could call it researching, but I've been watching those type of videos and shit. So, like, when I get out here, it sounds like I know, like, I don't want to be all over the place with shit. So, I'm kind of like in study mode, if you will, on that shit. Like, every time I watch a video, I learn something new. Like, there's no way if they do anything to me to where they kill me or whatever, there's no way that they're gonna be able to get away with saying that I got a mental illness. No fucking way. Unless they take down my channel. Like, if they do that, then they could probably do it, but even still, like, the seed will be planted. The seed is already being planted. Like, people are wondering, like, why are fucking people killing people, and then excuse me, that's legitimate. There happens to be another fucking case where a 14-year-old died, and they happened to mention the program, saying that the person was paranoid and said people was following them and shit. And that's where they fucked up. Like, you can't it's something to it if all these people that happen to be fucking dying and killing people are saying people are following them and shit. Like, that's 2 people in Miami, actually. That's the old man. The old man that got shot in the car was in Miami. The 14-year-old kid was in Miami. I forgot all about the old man. They ain't gonna be able, pretty soon they ain't gonna be able to wiggle out of the lies, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty soon they will not be able to wiggle out of the lies. Hey, what's going on, Tip? Wildin' out like Nick Cannon, hell yeah. Thought it would be dark already there, dark here. West Coast. Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, it's crazy though. It does seem like sometimes it gets darker. Some days it gets darker than other days. Hey, you want to be on your P's and Q's, definitely. And it's crazy too. I could I see the change in their faces and shit before, when I used to just say, I used to just call them out for domestic terrorism and shit, fuck me and shit, and fucking, and it's like a complete turnaround once I started implementing the words and telling people it's, I tell people it's fucking inevitable that more people are gonna die and shit. Like, just the looks on their faces now are fucking priceless. I know some of them be like, damn, man, I hope this motherfucker don't get us caught. I know it's some of these motherfuckers is just shaking in their boots and shit. The dude that went to jail. Tomorrow I'm going to the county jail, and I'm gonna protest. I'm gonna protest to let the guy out, the VTA guy out. tell them they can't lock him up for something they drove him to do. Hell yeah, it's a like science, like when they, the science now, when you into the science, like the shit that anything they try and do to waver and try and put a cushion on what they do, they can't take away from the science of the shit that they're doing. So all this fucking psychological harassment that they're doing, they could say, they could try and use the loophole and say they're trying to do it to scare us straight and make us do the right thing and all that. That's most likely what they would try and say. But you can literally fucking, they've completely fucking changed our realities, and like we'll never be the same. Like if this program was to stop, like the damage that they've done to our our psyche, if you will, like we'll never be the same. Like we've been programmed, like, we can get there, but it's gonna take some fucking, it's gonna take some time, man. Like, as far as our trust goes, completely shot. I know for me, my trust is completely shot. Like, I'll never be able to look at my family the same. I'll never be able to look at anybody I ever knew who participated in this program. I'll never be able to look at them the same. Like, I've already emotionally cut myself. Like, I still love my family, but I'm completely, other than the love, blood love type of shit. Like, basically, they're my family. I'm, gotta love them and shit. Other than that, like, all my fucking emotions have been completely cut off. Like, there's no more, I don't know, there's no more fucking, it's hard to explain. Like, I love them, but I could never be like, I could never hit the front line for them or nothing like that ever again. Like, I would never put myself in jeopardy for them. Like, before it was like, I didn't give a fuck, like, right or wrong. Like, I literally, like, like, some of my sister's boyfriends and shit, like, when they'd come and get me and shit, like, it just didn't matter. I wouldn't care, like, what, like, none of that shit. Like, I would just, just for the fucking, just off top, like, they didn't have to say anything else, like, but now, if that explains fucking what I'm trying to say, then yeah, like, now I wouldn't give a fuck. They could say that dude's been beating their ass and all that shit. Like, that's your problem. You gotta handle that. That's your problem. Like, you literally participated in a program that could have made me commit suicide. And then off top me letting you know, like, this is what this program is designed to do, to make me get locked up, kill somebody, kill myself. Like, I'm literally telling you this and you're still participating. Nah. That's your problem. You gotta handle that on your own. I'm sorry. You have to know within your heart and soul that God is on your side, no matter what anyone says, even if they are friends and family. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't let nobody detour me from that. Like, definitely. I know, like, in the situations that I've been in, like, I know, like, God has his hands wrapped around me for sure. All of us. All of us. Like, he's definitely got his hand wrapped around us. Because we are, like, take it with more than a grain of salt. We are literally dealing with demons out here. Demons in human flesh. And that's no exaggeration. A lot of these people have no souls at all. Blank face as fuck. Like, no emotion, no none of that shit. And if they can fucking still to this very day participate in this program after a 14-year-old boy has been fucking stabbed, and they fucking watch the police conveniently sweep the shit under the rug and not say anything about it, after watching a man kill 10 or 8 people and then kill himself, and the very same thing happens, the police conveniently sweep it under the rug. Like, to know to know that these, and they know about the other victims as well, but you would think like these two have been like the biggest, well, I don't want to say the biggest because there was a couple other big ones, but recent news, these have been the biggest and the closest together fucking incidents concerning this program, and they fucking just still participate, still ride around and triggering people. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, how do you feel about yourself after that, knowing that you participate in a program that just got a little kid killed? Like, this 14-year-old kid, excuse my language, but he'll never, well, I'm not even gonna go there, but he'll never get to experience life. Like, he's fresh out of, he's damn near, it's not funny. He's 5 years out of fucking, like, he's just not even 5 years a teenager. Like, as a parent, like, what the fuck is going through your head right now knowing that you sent your kid on the front line? And I've said it, well, I don't say it too much on this channel, but on my other channel, I used to always say that shit. I used to say, like, these parents are gonna keep fucking putting their children on the front line, and they think, like, nobody's gonna do anything to them. They think because we're humble for so long, and we're patiently going through this shit, like, they think these triggers and all this shit is a joke. Like, they throw these triggers in our face. They have their kids throw triggers in our face. Like, this is like psychological warfare. This isn't something you fucking play with. Like, you're fucking, this is fucking, this fucking situation we're going through has fucking been studied. It's been people have fucking literally been fucking tortured, physically tortured, and like fucking drugged and fucking tortured and fucking just to get this fucking part of the program down packed. Just to be able to yank this shit out of us like through technology and shit. So, you know, we're dealing with some serious fucking shit, man, and everything is upgrade. Like all this shit, like the technology gets better, the tactics get better, their evil science gets fucking better. You know, their fucking aggression frequencies and shit, all that shit tunes up better. Like all this shit that they send at us, the microwaves and all that shit, they're literally advancing that shit off of us. They're using us to fucking advance those fucking military. What that's it's crazy, man, and it's gonna get sick. More kids are gonna die. More people are gonna die because more people are becoming targets. And most of the targets that are becoming targets don't even know they're targets. Like, they really think they're going out of their fucking heads. They think that fucking people, they're hearing voices and shit. While their fucking next door neighbors are sitting next door playing with fucking military weapons and shit all in their heads and shit. You got people going crazy right now. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, what's that shit called? Bird Box around this motherfucker. You know, it's not, you know, it's not so much as people committing suicide. Well, it's gonna be a lot of suicides, but you know, not the same storyline and shit to where you gotta wear fucking blindfolds and shit. Like, people are gonna fucking be going crazy. They're gonna be killing themselves. They're gonna be killing the fucking family. They're gonna be sending aggression signals in people's houses and shit. People lose their jobs and shit. People going, you know, this fucking pandemic, people losing their fucking jobs they had for 30 years and shit. Sending aggression frequency in the house and depression frequency, and have a motherfucker kill up the whole fucking family and kill themselves and shit because they think their fucking world is over. Like, and people think this shit's a joke. They think they can fucking just send their kids on the front line and nothing's gonna happen. As a parent, that's fucked up. So, let's see. Damn, man, why they keep doing this shit? You're buff. Yeah, they're messing with it. Every time I get to the comment I'm supposed to be on, they slide it. Like, they slide the fucking comments, and I gotta scroll through this shit again. There are spirit. Okay, hold on. Hey, Tanya. Hey, D-Ray. They don't feel anything. They have none at all, man. None. If you have V2K, this is probably what they're working on. My advice is not to talk back to the V2K to give them necessary feedback. Oh, if they get that shit to me, they're gonna get necessary feedback, alright. I'm not gonna be able to do that one. That's another thing, man. If they gave that shit to me, like, I would go around first, and I would fucking, with the bullhorn, I would let everybody know what they're doing to me. I would fucking print out the fucking technology, because it is a fucking documented technology. I would print up hella of those. I would pass them out to everybody. I would refer that shit. I would refer the people who that use this same fucking, the same technology on. And I would remind the people on that very same paperwork that the police have been militarized. Since most people think police don't have military weapons, like, why are you blaming the military weapons on police and shit? Like, you gotta it's like you gotta remind these people that fucking the police have been militarized. But yeah, man, I would definitely give it a couple days of that and let everybody know, like, these people are gonna make me act out of character. This isn't the type of person I am. Like, I would tell people, like, literally, they think they got us carried. Like, that's why I recommend, like, everybody get a bullhorn, man, and start explaining your situation, and when you explain your situation, refer to the fucking people who have died in this program. You gotta make people understand. Like, you gotta make people see this shit. Like, you literally gotta piece up the stories for these people, because they'll overlook it, and then the police can get away with calling you crazy and shit, saying, oh, you're a monster, he's a monster, she's a monster. Yeah, you guys are the fucking ones that created the monster. Like, you guys literally took somebody that was fucking completely fucking humble, completely fucking sociable, and turned them into complete monsters and shit. Like, with your around-the-clock psychological harassment. Like, that's the type of shit you gotta point out. Like, it's around-the-clock psychological harassment. You gotta point that out. Sleep deprivation, all the shit they do, and just when you point it out, because I know it's hard. It was hard for me in the beginning. Like, when you tell them, you can't. I know, because I had to fucking sit back and fucking just slow down and fucking think about what I was fucking saying and shit. Because, like, when we point out everything that they do, like, that's another thing they do. They throw a lot of smoke and mirrors out there. The coughing, the sneezing, the yawning, the fucking hair, the waving the hair and all that shit. That's all smoke and mirrors and shit. Like, That's so like when we point it out to people, we're all over the place with it. And then like it's so natural the shit that they do. We really fucking look crazy and shit. Because we've been sensitized to the bullshit, but when we're pointing it out at the, you gotta realize when we're pointing this shit to people who don't know about the program, all they see is a lady fucking brushing her hair. You know, all they see is a person fucking coughing. And then, you know, they play it off so good, it just looks like some regular fucking shit. And then we look crazy. Like, we literally fucking look crazy because we're pointing out all this fucking natural fucking shit that everybody does. But see, like the one headlights and shit, they can't get away from that. Like, they can't, the license plates, because a lot of the license plates be fake and shit. And if you can get a pattern of fake license plates or a pattern of license plates that don't display certain information, you can get the pattern of stalking. You can get a pattern of stalking through that. You can get a pattern of stalking through the one headlights. You know, you gotta get a pattern of stalking that people can see. And and see, once you get that pattern of stalking people that can see, you lock onto that and forget about all the other shit, like all the coughing and all that shit. Forget the fuck about that shit, man, because that shit's gonna get like that. You know, you'll never be able to get anybody to fucking understand this shit with that, unless they're just doing some fucking, you know, over dramatic shit to where you can tell it's a fake cough or, you know, shit like that. But you know, it's just a lot of smoke and mirrors and shit. So when you fucking point out the real ill shit that they're doing, like the real psychological triggers and all that shit, you know, it just looks like another fucking it just looks like another person riding around with one headlight, because we're so focused on everything else and shit. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, that's you know, that's what worked. Like, that's literally like, I had to slow down and reevaluate how I was fucking trying to explain this shit to people, because, you know, and the way they do it, the way this program is designed to have your fucking head everywhere. Like, you know, this program is not designed for you to be, you know, they want you to look crazy. When you're explaining this shit to people, they want you to look crazy. They want you to look, you know, like, you know, because we might not notice it, but we're, you know, when we're explaining this shit, because our head is like so fucking wrapped around in this fucking bullshit, we really fucking look crazy, man. We really fucking look crazy. But yeah, man, I know every targeted individual in here though, that I've seen videos and shit, like, you know, we pretty much got it down packed. Like, you know, we've been going through this shit pretty much for a while, so, you know, it isn't so you know, it isn't so fucking I don't want to say it isn't so bad, because it is still bad, but, you know, it isn't as bad as it was in the beginning. I guess I can say it right. It isn't as bad as it was in the beginning. When you know about it, when you know what you're dealing with, it ain't bad. But when you don't know what you're dealing with, man, it ain't no telling what you're gonna do to one of these people, man. Unfortunately, it was a 14-year-old kid. But maybe that might wake one of these motherfuckers up to fucking say, fuck that, man, this is enough. This is enough. I gotta fucking expose this shit. I don't want it to be my kid next. Especially since they know how many people this fucking program is touching and shit. You definitely don't want your kid to be next. That's what we need. Like that's like if we had a family member of one of these people who have fallen behind this program, say fuck that shit. And I think I have a feeling with the more deaths that we see behind this program, because there's gonna be a lot more. Because if you look up YouTube and type in targeted individual and you type in fucking, recent, like there's targeted individuals popping up everywhere, like it's not funny. It's not fucking funny, but we're popping up. We're literally popping up everywhere. And that's just the people who are fucking finding out that they're targeted individuals. There are going to be a lot more people killing people, a lot more people killing themselves, a lot more people making terrorist threats, or as they're going to try and make it seem that people are making terrorist threats. It's going to be a lot. And pretty soon it's going to be like the program is going to overload. It's going to expose itself. As long as we keep pushing out the footage, like this program is going to expose itself. They're not going to keep blaming this shit on mental illness and be able to get away with it. Especially when it's the same story. Somebody says they're following them and playing with military weapons on them. Yeah. We just gotta direct these people, man. We gotta flood those fucking channels. Like, even with the VTA guy that was just locked up, that just got locked up, like, we gotta flood those fucking news channels and tell them, like, come to our channels and see why this man did this, see why this murder took place, see why this man couldn't take it no more. Like, we gotta go to all those fake news outlets and shit and direct those fucking, like, how you say, we gotta steal their customers, like, we gotta bring their customers to our side so they can fucking see what's really going on. Because as long as mainstream has them in a headlock, as long as mainstream media has the general public in a headlock, they're gonna go on thinking we're crazy. They're gonna believe the fucking cover-up. But if they can see for themselves, and then they can put themselves in the person who's being harassed shoes, and know that the police are a part of it, so you really can't make a police report. Like, they really detour you from making a police report. So, when a person's left with nothing and no one to help them, the science behind the whole fucking program is that, it's inevitable that something as bad as that is gonna happen. Like, you can't discount that. Like, the science behind it backs everything. Like, go ask the top fucking psychologists if you want. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. I'll fucking wait for you guys. As a matter of fact, put these police on a lie detector test. It doesn't have to be fucking, the lie detector test, it doesn't have to be backed in court. Like, you don't have to put the results in court. They don't have to go to court for it or anything. But put a lie detector test on these fucking police and ask them if they know that more people will die in this program. Ask them if this program is designed to make people commit suicide and kill people. And just read off the results to the fucking people. Clear the VTA shooter's name. Clear fucking all the fucking victims who have fucking retaliated on our harassers and shit. Clear their fucking names and shit. I bet they won't do that. I bet they won't get on the lie detector test. Let's see, man, I swear, man, I wish I was a fucking lawyer. Like, I wish I chose a different route in life. Fucking looking up to fucking movies and shit. It's fucking crazy. My bad. I'm gonna get to the comment show. I'm trying to roll this blood. Yep. But that's my thing now. I just try and drill into their heads that more people are gonna die. More people are gonna die. More people are gonna die. That way, when somebody else dies, I can tell them. And they're like, I'm getting them good right now. Because I've been telling them, I said, more people will die. More, like, I've literally been drilling that, like, every fucking block that I hit. I literally been saying that. And then all of a sudden, the 14-year-old kid dies. So, I literally been fucking rubbing that shit in their fucking faces and shit. Like, I told you, more people will die. You think this is a joke? Psychological warfare is the realest thing out here right now. And more people will die. And when somebody else dies, I can just refer that shit back to the program. And every time the police get on the fucking news and lie and say the person had mental illness, and I tell them that's what the police are gonna say. And I tell them I'm not a psychic. I tell them I'm not psychic. I've been in the program for 11 years. I can damn near, predict what they're gonna do. Because that's what they're trying to do to me. They're trying to turn me into a weapon. And I'm not a weapon. I'm a human being. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to be forced to fucking have to deal with my subconscious and you forcing me to act out of my character. You're trying to turn me into something that I'm not. I'm not your weapon. I'm not your nigger and you are not my master. You're not gonna make me do anything I don't want to do. Excuse me for the language, ladies and gentlemen. None of us are killers. None of us are bad people. And any of us that have retaliated on any of these people, and it's sad to say, even if it was the 14-year-old kid, you know, it might have been a 14-year-old kid, but that man was not at fault. You cannot charge that man for his actions, especially when you're playing with his his mental state and all that. Like, you're pulling the fucking strings. A 14-year-old gets killed. You put your fucking kid on the front line. You knew what the fuck was happening. You know, you cannot blame that man for what the fuck he did. 14-year kid or not, like, that kid had no place in that man's vicinity. And hopefully that was a wake-up call to some of these motherfuckers, man. Hopefully they'll think twice. Before them, or even worse, they put their kids on the front line. Let me see. I'm trying to get to your comments, you guys. Okay, here we go. Her boyfriend. Oh, I'm so proud. Saying even if you are alone, you let nothing stop. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Angel. Your buck. Yeah, they're definitely messing with my thing. I can tell because the numbers, like, it's at 0 on my side. But it would be nice if other local TIs would link up with you, even if only an hour to protest with you. Nah, I mean, I understand if no one wants to protest. I've linked up actually with a couple TIs, but you know, I don't want to, you know, really put, like, if they want to, then, but I want to ask them to do it, because I don't want to put nobody on the spot like that, to where they feel like, oh shit, like now, like, you know, if I don't do this, then, like, I don't want to put nobody, because, you know, it is you know, it's shit. Like, I'm content with it. Like, you know, God, you know, God willing, nothing does. But, you know, I know there's a good chance that something could happen to me for trying to protest this shit. It's too big of a program, and I'm out here. Like, I'm pretty much a nobody. Like, they could fucking get rid of me and fucking make up some lie and fucking, you know, not have to deal with me. But, you know, I don't, you know, I'm content with that. Like, I don't care about that. But I understand other people have, like, families and shit like that. I mean, nobody wants to fucking put themselves on the line like that. Especially, like, if it's only gonna be a couple people and, you know, it's harder. You know, it's harder to do something when it's not so many people because, you know, I guess it puts the focus. It puts the focus on those people. So I understand. Like, I definitely understand. So. Like, I get a lot of people that tell me not to do it. Like, I should fucking stop. Like, but. And I know they're doing it out of, like, you know, not. They're just worried. Like, not worried, but you know. Besides, if I've literally put my fucking, like, literally, you know, just being involved with gangs and shit, like, for no fucking cause, just for the fucking, some government shit, basically, fucking representing government fucking shit, like, damn near about to die or willing to die for government, street names and all that fucking shit. Fuck that shit. Like, this is something that's worth it to me. Like, so fuck these people. Like, I don't care what they do. There's still people out there. Like, I still don't get it. Like, people are killing and dying for something that the fucking that doesn't that doesn't even belong to them. Like, you know, you might been living on that street for fucking 20, 30 fucking years, but if the government wants to fucking whatever, that gentrificate that motherfucker or fucking move you out, like, that's where, like, what are you gonna be able to do? Evidently, it's not that much of your fucking street corner. It's not that much of your fucking block. Like, they've literally, you know, some people might not like what I'm about to say, but, you know, they've literally turned black people into the new KKK. Like, literally, we are the new KKK. We killed just as many black people as the KKK did, if not more. Off of fucking government streets, off of representing government name streets. Just the fucking thought of that, man. Just the thought of that. Not only do we have the police killing us, entertainment industry has us killing each other at an all-time high. And then we have the audacity when somebody even says anything about it. When you say anything about it, like when you say black people are killing just as many black people as the police, like they call you a coon. Like they literally call you a coon when you put the spotlight on black crime, murder and shit. You're a coon and shit. Like, that's how fucking brainwashed fucking we are. Like, we don't want to acknowledge that we're fucking killing each other. The fucking program, the government program, and it might not be this in other, situations and cultures, but every culture has a government program running right now. Nobody's fucking thinking, well, I don't want to say nobody, but, well, pretty much nobody, because we're all programmed in our own way. Like, nobody's actually living out their true human experience. Oh wow, they took all the comments off now. What the fuck? Fuck, I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if they stopped the live. Damn. Maybe I gotta let it rest for a minute. I don't know, maybe somebody probably put something on here they don't want me to see. Or they're just fucking with it on purpose, I don't know. But yeah, man. If the live is still going, for anybody who doesn't know about this targeted individual program, you do have to be aware that more people will die. And I'm not going to stop stressing that fact to you. And when more people do die, I'm going to point to you the fact that I am not a psychic. I do not sit around with crystal balls and a fucking kufi. I don't do none of that shit. I'm not psychic. I've been in this program for 11 years. There's a lot of targeted individuals who've been in this program a lot longer. And it really doesn't matter how long you've been in this program. It could be a fucking week. Psychological warfare is a dangerous thing to play with. And more people will die. It's inevitable. So, for you perps that are on here, because I know there's a few of you on here as well, you need to think twice before you put your kids on the front line. And you need to remember, anything that happens to your kid is not the fault of a targeted individual. This is psychological warfare. You put your fucking kid on the front line, then you're turning your kid into a soldier. It doesn't matter how old they are. 5 years old. You're turning your fucking 5-year-old into a soldier. Because these are military fucking mind games. They're playing military mind games on us. This is shit they fucking are supposed to be using on the battlefield, sending military frequencies at us and shit. And you want to be a fucking goofball and send your fucking kid on the front line. You can't blame that on us. You cannot blame that on us. Hopefully, this 14-year-old kid makes you guys realize that this shit is not a joke, and the police will not come save your fucking day. The police that are having you fucking do this fucking bullshit, having you participate in this shit, you know, when we flip out, they're not gonna come save the day. They're gonna come after the fact. And when you're in the casket, they might try and make you look good. They make the person who killed you retaliated on you, trying to protect their sanity. They're gonna try and make them look bad, but by then it's gonna be too late, man. You're gonna be under the fucking ground. They're literally putting you in. Excuse me, that's legitimate. They're literally putting you in jeopardy. They're putting your kids in jeopardy. And they're getting away with it. When something happens to you, they can sweep it nicely under the fucking rug. And they can go home to their fucking families. Like, you're the person who lost their 14-year-old child. They'll never see that fucking kid again. The police are gonna go home to their families. I can guarantee you that. They're gonna go home to their families. They're gonna be able to spend this Christmas with their fucking kids. All that. And your kid, you know, at best you'll be going to a memorial. You'll be going to a fucking memorial. I know it sounds harsh, but you know, you can't be putting your kids on the front line. If you want to participate in this war, you participate in this war. Don't fucking put your kids, don't fucking draft your kids. Literally fucking drafting your fucking kids. I bet you ain't smiling at the target right now. I bet you ain't riding around with your fucking cocky ass fucking nose in the air, fucking laughing and pointing and saying, that's him, that's him, that's him, huh? You ain't doing that shit no more. Trying to find a casket for your fucking kid. The police, I wonder if the police are gonna help you pay for the casket or if they're gonna leave it all in your hands. Like, these are the questions you have to ask yourself when you participate in this program. Because the angel numbers are kicking in, ladies and gentlemen. More and more perps are starting to die. More and more perps are starting to die. It's all over the news. Just in this last year. I think what? Well, this... Oh, it's not funny, but you know, it's just, you know, what did Malcolm X... What did Malcolm X say? The chickens are coming home to roost. The fucking chickens are coming home to roost, ladies and gentlemen. 10 people at the VTA. Another man just recently, you know, just made death threats to him or whatever. Whatever they're trying to say, he said. You know, fucking a 14-year-old, the old man, Myron May. Yep, stories are starting to piece together. The program is getting out of control. Oh, you know the program is getting out of control when a 14-year-old dies. You know it's getting out of control. Like, you know, the police probably promised them the safety. promise them their safety and all types of shit. But I do want everybody to recognize who has participated in this program. Any perp that has participated in this program, I want you to remember that when the police get on TV and fucking cover this shit up, it's always after the fact. It's never before the fact. There's always a fatality. And pretty much your death is in vain. Your life gets swept under the rug. Nobody will ever know what really happened. You will have lost your life because the police put you on the front line of somebody that they're sitting there playing military fucking psychological warfare games with. Like, you're not trained to deal with nobody like that. You're not trained to deal with something that they yank out of somebody's subconsciousness that they create. You know, they literally create something, then yank it out their subconsciousness. You're not built to fucking deal with that. The person that's even going through it doesn't know what they're gonna yank out of their subconsciousness. Like, they're literally fucking, like, literally right now, something is being built in our fucking something is growing in our subconscious right now from the games that these people are playing, the military psychological warfare games that these people are playing. Something is being created in our subconscious. Every day they hit us with this shit 24/7. So something is growing in our subconscious that we don't even, we can't even perceive what the fuck is growing in our subconscious. But they know what's growing in our subconscious. And they know how to pull it out with the fucking triggers that they hit us with. They know how to pull it out. So, yeah, when a targeted individual does do something like kill a 14-year-old, you are dealing with a fucking monster. But it's not the person. Like, it's not that person's intentions. Like, that person is acting out of character. That person is acting out of something that the fucking police department and the military are fucking creating within its citizens and shit. Like, so you can go ahead and call us monsters, you can say all that shit, but the fact still stands that, you know, this we're the monsters that you created. Like, and the creations doesn't stop. Like, you guys continue as the perps continue to fucking create this monster within us. And, you know, from just my videos, you see how many triggers you try and hit me with the one headlights and shit, taunting me and all that shit after shooting me with microwaves and shit. You know, so, you know, I'm you know, I'm gonna try my best not to be triggered and shit. Like, I'm pretty fucking comfortable with the fact that I'm not gonna let you trigger me. But like I said, man, this is all subconscious shit. This is all shit that's fucking, I can't say what the fucking next trigger will do. I can say I'm not gonna let it happen, but the fact still stands. There's a science behind this shit. There's a science behind this shit. So, pretty much all I have to say about that. Before you go thinking that targeted individuals who are undergoing predictive policing are monsters, you need to look at the monsters who are creating the monsters. And more people will die because that's the nature of this program. Excuse me, it's legitimate. It's the nature of this program. Excuse me, it's legitimate. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat this again. They get it through everybody's fucking head that you cannot harass a person with around-the-clock psychological warfare. And since the police are conducting this fucking operation, when you try to make a police report, they detour you with a psychological evaluation to detour you from fucking making that police report. You're gonna be left with nothing to do. The fucking, the science is there. It's inevitable. If your back is against the wall and you feel that you can't even get help from the fucking police, you can't even fucking call the feds and fucking get help from the feds, like, you're left with nothing to do. Your back is against the wall. And that goes for a dog, a fucking cat, a fucking chicken, a fucking bug, a fucking human being. When your back is against the wall, you're either gonna fucking fight or flight. Like, you're gonna fucking, it's, and then to have to think about the years and years and years that you're gonna have to go through this shit. Like, literally, people need to fucking be thankful that the streets aren't littered right now with fucking perps. Dead perps. Like, literally, like, as many targets and as heavy as the psychological fucking harassment is, and as long as we've been going through this shit, like, the streets should be littered with these motherfuckers, man. And unfortunately, eventually they will be. Because everybody isn't gonna go for that shit. Everybody everybody can't cope. Everybody isn't gonna be able to hang, or whatever, however you want to put it. And it's not none of our faults. None of us are built for this shit. We're not in no fucking basic training camp where we need to fucking, be psychologically fucking mutilated and fucking built, and like, where ain't nobody going through no fucking torture camps. Ain't no POWs over here and shit. Like, we're trying to live regular fucking lives. You already got us fucking as your slaves and shit. You already got everybody working for you. Like, the government is so dirty, man. You got us working for you. You got people working for you, and while you do nothing, you take half of their paycheck and you use it to experiment on them. We pay fucking the police department to fucking run operations on us and shit. Like, literally, every targeted individual, your fucking tax money, a piece of your tax money goes to the fucking police department. The very same police department running military operations on you. The very fucking same police department running military operations on you. And the fucked up thing is, they know the outcome of what they're doing to you. They're so dirty that after you die, they can't even fucking let you die without fucking up your legacy and calling you a monster or fucking, fucking just fucking up your legacy, saying you have mental illness. And look at the trigger, the piece of shit motherfucker trying to trigger me. Like, they can't even fucking let you die without fucking up your legacy. Calling you mentally ill. You see that fucking trigger piece of shit right there? It was his brake lights. When his brake light went on, that one went off. I'm sure you guys saw it when he passed by, but yeah, this is the shit we deal with, man. Just say no to white supremacy. Predictive policing is white supremacy, and it's a white supremacy that claimed the lives of 10 people at the VTA and a 14-year-old kid in Miami. Make no mistake, more people will die. It's the nature of the program. Fuck, my voice is giving out this shit. It's legitimate. Got the one headlight. Fucking piece of shit. But yeah, they'll be triggering people. After harassing them, excuse me, that's legitimate, you guys. After harassing them, they'll be microwaving people, sending aggression frequencies and all that shit. Playing with their military weapons. Give the fucking police department military weapons and they don't even know how to act mature with them. They want to sit and beam them in your house, make you argue with your wife, make you argue with your family. Create more fucking negative energy in the atmosphere. Make people do outlandish shit like put their children in the microwave or well, it was a while back, but you know, lady chopped their fucking kids up with samurai swords and shit. Lady runs into the White House saying that fucking Obama was talking in her head. And people think this shit is like, people are really, like, people think like these are natural fucking mental illnesses and shit. Like, the technology is documented. Like, people won't even fucking get off their ass and fucking, if they don't believe us and shit, like, they won't even get off their ass and look at the documentation. Like, I know it's not, like, if that's not what you, if that's not your thing and you don't want to do it, then keep your motherfucking mouth shut when it comes to fucking commenting on our channels with that negative shit. Like, I mean, if you're not gonna do the footwork to fucking see if what we're talking about is true or not, like, just shut the fuck up. And if you think we're lying or you think we're crazy, just go fucking watch a cartoon or some shit. A fucking reality channel or some shit, like some reality TV. Husbands and housewives and all that bullshit. And when it comes knocking at your doorstep, then maybe you might want to fucking join the conversation. Because it will come knocking at your doorstep. Whether they want to hire you, whether they want to put you in the program, or whether just some fucking target flips out and fucking does something to one of you guys. You know? Because we've been marinated in so many triggers, you happen to be walking with a target bag and set one of us off. Because that's a trigger they like to use on us too. Target bags and shit. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Sensitize us with target bags and rub in our face that we're fucking being targeted by the fucking community. So an old lady happens to be walking down the fucking street one day, and the target is triggered because we're all time bombs. We're like ticking time bombs. Our police departments are turning us into time bombs. Our neighborhood watches are turning us into time bombs and shit. And slowly but surely, we're going off a little bit of everywhere. We're going off a little bit of everywhere. Here we go with the intimidation factor. Him trying to intimidate me. You know, I'm looking in my rear view for the one headlights and shit. But yeah, man. That type of shit. Your police departments, ladies and gentlemen. Your police departments. So next time, excuse me, that's legitimate. Next time somebody dies in your city, your state, wherever the fuck you are, if you don't know nothing about this targeting program, you pay attention to what the police get on the news and say. Especially if it's something big where a lot of people died. Where, you know, somebody, you know, one person. Oh yeah, I forgot. Just not too long ago, somebody was targeted at a Kroger's grocery store as well, and killed his co-workers. Forgot all about that one. There's been a lot of fucking perps getting justice. Like we've justice, you know. God is striking back. You can't fuck with God's children like that. People who love fucking God, you can't do that. I mean, not to get away with it. A lot of people, man, unfortunately, most of the times it's been targets striking back at them. And targets have to fucking, you know, meet consequences for it. But shit, you know, if this program can be cracked, maybe they can be fucking released. Like, maybe all the targets who have fucking reacted to fucking this fucking terrorism that we're being fucking forced to, like, force-fed. This terrorism that we're being force-fed, like we have to do time for, you know, trying to protect our sanity. Maybe we can be fucking let go if this fucking shit gets cracked. Maybe we don't have to deal with this shit going, dripping onto our fucking family and shit. Our kids and their kids' kids. Yep, the police are your worst enemy right now. You don't even know it. You think they're on your side. You think they're here to save the day. You see them doing all types of TikTok videos and think that shit's really those fucking people. Like, oh, the police know how to do it too. We'll flood the internet with TikTok videos and start dancing all over the place. And makes the people think we're warm-hearted. We're just regular fucking people. We're people too. We have hearts. Oh shit. You guys who fucking have a lot of faith in the police, man, you better stop watching those fucking TikTok videos. Those TikTok videos are deceiving the shit out of you. Oh shit, they be trying to look real fucking, they be really trying to look like fucking, oh man, the deception is all there, man. You would never think they fucking just fucking are assholes, super assholes if you didn't see those, if you didn't know the fucking police. Those fucking TikToks videos would have your ass fucking full like shit. The same motherfucker would beat your fucking head in with a billy club. They had no problem with doing it. Or sick of canine to chop your fucking leg off and just fucking still let him chop your leg off while he's fucking there. While he got you apprehended in fucking handcuffs, still let this fucking dog bite you. But he's on fucking TikTok doing the electric slide and shit. Oh man. Man. Not to mention when we die, like they get paid all around off of us. Like when we die, our organs, you know where our organs go. A lot of them probably got some fucking insurance fucking bullshit in our name. Fucking insurance on our fucking life insurance on us and shit. Oh man, these people, man. This is really a criminal fucking. This is truly a criminal organization. This is like some RICO act shit. Super. You know, fucking super fucking Rico act shit. Rico act on steroids. Everybody, like, this is complete human trafficking right here. They're probably running some type of fucking, you know, dark web fucking reality show on us and shit, like Hunger Games and shit, following us around with cameras while they harass us and shit, betting on us, betting on who's gonna flip out first, who's gonna die first. Like, this is how sick these people are, man. Because every time I notice, like, wherever I go, like, if I stop at somebody at the corner and they get, like, right, they make it look like they're doing a selfie, but they're doing a selfie by my fucking van and shit. They're doing a selfie as if to let the fucking people know that they fucking, you know, they did their fucking job or whatever, like. But you always know that they're fucking, they're getting your van and their selfies and shit, like. Or they know, well, I know they're getting my van and their selfies and shit. I'm probably sure that some of you guys have noticed that, like, when you're driving your cars and shit, they're always getting selfies and shit, like, to let their fucking people out, probably send it to the people and let them know, like, they, you know, did the thing. Excuse me, that's legitimate. I don't know what they're doing with the comments, you guys. I'm not ignoring you. I can't see the comments and shit. Like, they're completely on my side. Like, I literally don't even. I see the numbers. I see the numbers now. They're like fluctuating and shit, but I can't see the comments. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me and shit, but. Just in case, though. Really want to let those perps know, man. You need to change your fucking, it's probably too late since you guys know too much. And you're so wrapped up in this program and shit. And you can divulge, you know, you can fucking, you know, you guys are in a dangerous position, man. The people who participate and became working with the police on this shit, like, you guys literally put yourself in a fucking trick box. Because not only do you have to fucking do it and jump at what they fucking tell you to do all the time to fucking fuck with our psyche, but you know, you gotta deal with some seriously, like, you gotta deal with us, one of us, maybe one of us flipping out. You gotta deal with these people getting paranoid as fucking who's gonna fucking divulge information so they fucking take you out and shit. I know it sounds like some movie shit, but you know, this is like some real deal fucking bullshit, man. People really fucking, if you think fucking, you know, there's no need to even explain it to you guys, man. I'm sure you guys know what type of situation you're in. I'm sure some of you guys don't even want to be a part of this fucking shit. Like, you didn't know what you were getting yourself into. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of you guys out there like that, but you know, you fucked up. They say, what movie was that? You fucked up this time. You fucked up this time. Like, you got yourself in something you can't get out of. And I mean, you can probably get out of it, but you know, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. That you're not gonna get out of it with the very least of them doing this to you. Like, they're gonna do this to you for sure. And that's probably like the, you know, you would want to pray that this is the only thing that they do to you, because you know too much. You know, they can't have you fucking not a part of their program, walking around with the knowledge of their program. You know, you fuck around and end up on A&E. A&E fucking on some type of interview and shit. They don't want that. We're lucky, like we're just dealing. Well, we're not lucky, but we're luckier than you. Like we're not dealing. We don't know about too much about the program. Everything that we put out there is fucking plausible deniability. Most people think we're conspiracy theorists and we have some type of mental illness and all that shit. But you guys know what's really going on. You guys know exactly what the fuck is going on. You guys get paid to know what's going on. You know what you do. They know you know what they do. So, if you think these neighborhood watch motherfuckers want you fucking telling them, you think VTA one of the fucking, if not the, well, I'm gonna say it's the biggest money maker out here in Silicon Valley. Other than the fucking street tickets and shit, the parking tickets and shit. The light rail is the fucking biggest. The light rail and the bus system is the fucking biggest. Millions and millions of people get on there. You know how many people have been fucking dying, and you know how many incidents alone at the VTA have been going on recently? From people getting like literally suicides, murders, and fucking death threats, and fucking like literally people are fucking, you know, people are fucking getting tired at the VTA. People are fucking, you know, their fucking friends are dying, and they know that, and they're still going through the fucking bullshit, and they're flipping out and shit, like they're fucking still sitting there while their fucking co-workers are still fucking harassing them after their other fucking co-workers have fucking killed people and fucking committed suicide, and they're still fucking being harassed. Like the VTA is going, like the VTA is you know, everything's gonna fucking expose itself. Look at this goofball. Everything is gonna come out. The program is gonna expose itself. You feel me? The program is malfunctioning right now. The program is malfunctioning. So, saying all that to say, you guys are really on the fucking hot seat right now with everything going on at the VTA. A lot of you iffy motherfuckers, a lot of you motherfuckers they've been keeping an eye on and shit. You are the ones that need to be worried. And trust me, they're so advanced right now, they could hit you with a heart attack with their little fucking, all these little Teslas and shit riding around here. Yeah, they're equipped with that fucking bullshit. Those military weapons and shit. They send frequencies. All they gotta do is sit behind you, park behind you, and send a fucking frequency and fucking blow your fucking heart up. Make your heart beat fucking hella fast. I hope you don't have any ailments and shit, like no fucking serious, like, you know, gut or fucking heart, intestine fucking ailments and shit, because you guys think this is a joke. They're literally on Operation Takedown right now. They're trying to kill any and every, like they're trying to get people killed. They're throwing fucking viruses out there. But this ain't no virus video, so I'm gonna keep that quiet. But, you know, they're fucking getting rid of people all around the board. And they're making it look like some natural bullshit. This is some more natural disasters just happened. You know we got weather weapons, right? Look at all the death that's coming to fucking, like, not just through the targeted shit, but pay attention to the worldly events, ladies and gentlemen. We got fucking a third fucking we got a third strain. We got a third strain. Like, they can just fucking, you know, give you the vaccine and make up a new sorry about the name. They can just give you a jab. You catch the shit again, and they just give it a new name and say it mutated, and fucking now it can fucking beat the now it's done mutated, and now the medication, since the medication wasn't, designed for the mutation, that you're gonna have to take another fucking by the end of this shit, you gonna be pumped up with, but every fucking strain that builds, you gonna be pumped up with so much of that fucking shit. You are gonna be not human no more. You're gonna be, whatever the fuck they put in that shit. Fish guts, insect fucking guts, all that shit that they put in there. You keep taking that fucking bullshit if you want to. Where the fucking people aren't held accountable if anything happens to you. And then you see all the fucking complications all these fucking people on the news have been having, and then you let these fuckers still talk you into taking that shit. You keep doing that. You keep fucking taking those updates and shit. Those fucking booster updates. And you see what that shit does to you in a couple years. If you fucking taking one and shit, like, maybe you can fucking kind of wean that shit out of you or something and shit, but you keep taking those fucking updates and all that bullshit, it's not gonna be the cup of tea you want. You gotta realize, if they're offering people fried chicken, free tickets to concerts, and all this fucking bullshit to take that shit, there's an agenda behind it, man. Everything is fucking sneaky. Next thing you know, you're gonna find that they got all types of technology attachments that you can fucking excuse me, that's legitimate. All types of updates and attachments you can attach to your jab and shit. You'll be Bluetooth compatible. Fucking connect with your fucking car stereo and shit. You can read your heart rate. You can read your heartbeat and your fucking pulse rate on your iPhone or your Android. Yeah, they'll fucking hijack your body with this shit first. Fucking first con you, manipulate you into hijacking your body, and tell you it's to keep you healthy from this bullshit. And then all of a sudden they got with all types of fucking accessories and shit that you can fucking you can download apps and shit and accessorize your fucking body to fucking shit. Like, you can't trust these fuckers, man. You cannot trust these motherfuckers, man. They'll forget that they'll have you forgetting that they hijacked your body in the first place. They'll make these accessories look all good and shit. They'll make everything look good. They'll make it look, you won't even trip that you got fucking Bluetooth compatibility. Now you're able to connect with satellites and fucking... These people are sick, man. These people are sick. You see the shit that they're doing to TIs? You see what they're doing to us and getting away with it? If you cannot fucking see that these people are sick, they're literally fucking with people's psychology. Like they're fucking, you're fucking with people's psychology, psychological warfare, man, and fucking making people kill people and kill them, and they know it's gonna happen. So if they can sit and conduct a program like that, what makes you think that they would not fucking know for a fact that something that they're forcing you to take is gonna kill you? And I'm gonna tell you something. If half of the police department isn't taking that shit, and most of the people that aren't taking it is like the older, not the younger cadets, like the ones fresh out of fucking, whatever you want to call it, boot camp or whatever. And it's mainly like the OGs and the veterans fucking not taking that shit. Like that in itself should tell you something. When half the fucking police force says fuck that shit, I'm not taking it, and they give up a job of 30 years and all that shit, like, you better wake the fuck up. Because I can guarantee you none of those fucking elite people are taking that shit. None of those fucking politicians, they're laughing at you. Whenever they fucking put a fried chicken stand out there and tell you come get some fried chicken and take this shot, and you go do it, they say we got another one. They say we got another one. When they put them concert stands out there and fucking come get your fucking jab, and you get to go to a concert or some fucking basketball game or some shit like that, we got another one. The Bible says don't fucking be materialistic. Don't fucking be into the worldly things. Concert tickets are worldly. You're gonna get yourself killed. You're gonna get yourself killed worried about a fucking concert. Or worse. I mean, have to live with some type of fucking bullshit. Because we deal with all these chemicals and shit that they shoot in us later on down the line, since it takes a while to take effect in you. Later on down the line, we fucking develop cancers and all these fucking ailments, and then we think to ourselves like it's our fault because the doctors tell us we're not eating right and all that shit. You gotta think about these fucking jabs and shit, like these jabs. And they know what they're doing, man. They know exactly what they're doing. All the evil that they do, they know what they're doing. Like, they've turned on their citizens. Our government is fucking... Our government is running wild right now. It's on like a literal fucking kill mission. A blatant kill mission. They're not letting me see the comments, man. So I don't know. Hopefully, I can see the shit when it actually downloads to YouTube, because it's a third-party app, so they can they get in here and fuck with it. It said 0 people like 5 minutes ago. It says 13 now. So yeah, so I don't know, man. But you know, if anybody's on here or whatever, I'll be able to look at the comments, I guess, when